Hey y'all, thanks for watching DD Croy with my favorite groomer on YouTube. First, I want you to know what I'm about to talk to you about is passionate to me. I'm very passionate about senior pets, disabled pets, passionate about aggressive pets. And if you're a pet owner, I want you to get the DogUp Stand for yourself and then later resell it if you have a senior pet that cannot stand up. If you're a groomer and you are working with animals that you know always sit down, I would really like you to get the DogUp Stand for dogs that cannot stand up. And if the cost for getting this kind of stand, it's about the cost of a pair of great clippers. If the cost of getting a groom stand like this is too much, then offset the cost of having to buy the product so that it is for, if I have to, you brief it. If I have to use the DogUp Stand on your pet because he won't stand up, it's going to cost $15 extra. You do that enough times, I promise you, you will pay for the DogUp Stand. So I'm going to read you, I got an email from Facebook about this. Facebook's notification sent me the email, and I'm just going to read this email. And I want you to be ready for what I'm about to read. It is, I'm going to assume it's a groomer writing it. But if I had gotten if she had gotten the DogUp Stand, I honestly don't think that this would have happened in her care. But I don't know. She didn't use the DogUp Stand. She used some strap harnesses for the body of the dog. Okay. So I'm going to read it. Here we go. I'm reading directly from an email that I got notification. This is public information. It is on some kind of Facebook group. She posted it out there. I am reading it from that, okay? I did not write it. I'm not in that group writing messages about this problem, this here. I am just relaying information. Let's make that clear. Here we go. So a dog died today on my table while I was grooming him. His spleen ruptured. Let me explain on here so I don't have to repeat myself because I already know I'll be asked how it happened 100 times. He already had some leakage from the tumor on his spleen. Found this out after we rushed him to the vet. I have a harness thing that goes around his belly. Don't use a harness around. It's just like rope activity. Don't use a harness around. This is my opinion. Don't use a harness around any body parts. You have to put something on the dog. That's why groom loops are sold, and that's why they exist. But if your body on a big dog is pressuring down, straining to sit down, it is like a rope. It's like squeezing the blood vessels, and a dog's not going to go, that hurts. He's going to go, I want to sit, okay? Let me go on. It says, I have a harness thing that goes around the belly. It's designed to help dogs who can't walk well. Get the DogUp Stand, okay? It says, I use it to help them stand. It's real wide, so it covers the belly, but it's a harness, okay? Keep that in mind. I don't know what it looks like. It's not like a rope or anything, so it doesn't hurt the dogs. We don't think it hurts the dogs. Well, he started acting really like normal, stubborn, big dog who refuses to stand. He kept putting all his weight on the harness like dogs usually do. Don't put a dog on a harness. This is my opinion. Don't put a dog on a harness. His body. Don't do that, you guys. He kept putting all his weight on the harness like dogs usually do. I kept picking him back up with my arm, right? The DogUp Stand, you guys. Getting frustrated because he was literally bending my grooming arm. Then he started literally blowing liquid crap everywhere. So we were trying to hold him up so he wouldn't step all in it. He still did. He stepped all in his poop, okay? He was just dead weight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When dogs just Superman themselves because they don't want to stand. He's over 100 pounds. Then all of a sudden he went limp. I bet he ruptured his spleen by putting his weight on the harness like that. Then I unhooked it and decided to stop the... Let me forget. I have to switch pages. Superman. Then I unhooked it and decided to stop the grooming because I felt like he was stressing too much and he flopped on my table. I think that sorry to analyze, but I think the unhooking should have happened when he kept pushing. Screw it, man. There's nothing you can do, you know. A rope doesn't hold a dog up. It goes on to say, I felt he was stressing too much and he flopped on my table and went limp and was breathing hard. Gums turned completely white. We immediately rushed him to the vet, and he was dead 10 minutes later. Found out then that the owner knew it was a matter of time. She opted out of having surgery for him weeks ago, and she didn't let us know he had a mass on his spleen. She's definitely not mad, and it's not our fault. So my question is, do any of y'all have a PDF or screenshot or something with a senior pet release form or a form that health questions for the owners to fill out before grooming? We only have a matted pet form. It would be nice if the owners let us know these things, but they don't. Thanks. Okay, so a couple things I just want to make really clear. Reading that really upset me. I mean, I probably slept on it for 3 nights before I decided, like, I need to get up and do the video right now. Like, I really want to get this video out there. This isn't showing you anything. I don't have a table in here. I'm just talking to you groomers and pet owners and people that don't have pets at all, that love watching my channel. If I would have been in her place, it's hard to say, you know, how I would have handled it, but honestly, that's why I have a DogUp Stand. That's why I invented the DogUp Stand. I really want you to get one. I really, 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 if you have a salon, if you're a salon owner, I really want you to get one small one and one big one. If you're only doing big dogs, get the big one. If you're only doing small dogs, get the small one. We all know, there's some people that at shows, they'll look at us and go, oh, I've got my hand. Oh, you know, we all know about the dogs that don't want to sit, or excuse me, stand. We all know about that. We all know a 125-pound dog holding him up while you're grooming with one hand. We all know that's hard on us. And those of you who are pet owners watching, you guys know how hard it is on us because you watch me do it all the time. Or before, you've watched me do it. Now, we don't have to do it. We have the DogUp Stand. I once, maybe twice, in my very early career, used the groom loop. And you put 2 arms on the table. I know you guys are doing it. You put 2 arms on your table, and you have a groom loop on the head area, and then you have put another loop of some kind on the body over here, right by where the joints meet in a dog. So now you've got like him looped up with a rope, some kind of rope, either a groom lead, a dog collar leash thing. You know, you're using something to push up that dog. So if you are doing that, please get the DogUp Stand. We've made it for a reason. I read that her experience, and 1, I was just like, wow, you know, you never know what's going to happen. 2, she should have known there was issues. Yeah, I agree. If you have a senior pet, which I sit down and we go through some serious check-in. I spend 15 minutes every client before they become a client about talking about their pet, from what could happen, what might happen. I ask them how old the pet is, but that is on me. I ask them, how old is your pet on the phone before we even go forward? So if you're not grooming senior pets and you're a groomer and you need to know this stuff, I have that form. You have to buy it. It's not free. Nothing in the world is free. You may get something, but there's a cost. It's blurry or whatever. It's something free. But if you need a form, let me know. This has been known on my channel. I'm not going to get a hold of her. I'm not going to. You have to just be, you know, you just have to be finding my channel, and you're like, dang, I'm glad I found Dee Dee, man. She's got these forums. She's got this online store. She's got all these. But I'm not going to go all out and go there with that, because I think that we all have a responsibility of doing our own. We're at Super Zoo right now. We have our own responsibility of staying educated with what we do in our grooming field. If you don't ever take those classes, that's why I always tell you guys watching my channel, continue your education. I don't care how you do it, but don't think that you're going to learn how to groom and never go back for more education. You don't become a realtor and never, it's a requirement. I have to do like hours of education every 2 years. It's a requirement. So it should be that I have put that in my head for grooming. It's a requirement for you, Dee Dee, to continue your education every year, right? So, or every other year or every few years, at least get back in there. There's not a time where I ever thought that I've learned it all. There's so much to learn about chemicals, science with dogs, their bodies, you know, new products coming out on the market that were better than last year's products. So stay on the upper edge of that. But listening and going back through her message. 1, I don't think she had the right tools. 2, they don't do check-in the right way. They're not protecting the dog. I would not have. There was so much that went through that little situation that I'm just like, I'm extremely worried about pets and pet owners. So I asked you, like from the beginning of this video, if you have a senior pet that you ask your groomer, does my pet not stand on you? Then you get home and you order the DogUp Stand. And when you bring it in there, the problem is that I think the industry should get the DogUp Stand, but I want to put it on the pet parents, because if that pet parent had the DogUp Stand, I don't think it would have ruptured there. I think it would have ruptured at home. I don't think it would have ruptured there, but I don't know. You can't, call it, because I'm not living that dog. That dog is gone, okay? If you have a pet, if you're a pet parent and you have a pet that cannot stand, that has issues standing up, that has health issues standing up, has had those double ACL surgeries, I ask you to buy the DogUp Stand for your pet. And when you take your pet to the vet, to the groomer, where he or she has to stand up, I ask you to bring the DogUp Stand and require the groomer to use it. So some groomers, like I actually, when I invented the DogUp Stand, I think I had a couple groomers working for me. I think I had 2. And I would say, I want you guys to use this. Did I ever see them using it? Nope. And I'm like, I want you guys to use this. I want to know your opinions. They had free access to the DogUp Stand, and they weren't really using it. And I was like, why aren't you using this? I want you to, it has to be a requirement. You walk in there and you say, I have the DogUp Stand. My dog's not going to stand up. I want the groomer, and I want to talk to the groomer that's going to groom my dog. And I want the groomer to use the DogUp Stand during the whole duration of my dog's groom. And if you can't do that, then I need to go somewhere else, because I'm bringing this $200-something tool to you so you can do the good work with my dog. My dog will not keep sitting on you. You shouldn't get frustrated. There shouldn't be a loop around his tummy. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Now, if you're a groomer, if you're a salon owner, get at least one. If you're a groomer and your salon owner doesn't want to help you get one, everyone chips in. How much would you have to chip in to make $240? How many chip-ins? 6? 6 $10 chip-ins, 6 $20 chip-ins, and you all get chip in. And then you work with the stand. And you're like, wow, I don't ever not want to use the stand. So everyone chips in again and buys another one. And you all chip in until everybody has their own DogUp Stand. Like, I am very upset that pet passed away in that condition. There's nothing I can do about it from here. But I can tell you guys, if it fits your profile, your pet's a senior, your pet's older, you know your pet does not stand up, ask your groomer, does my pet sit on you the whole time? If they can't get the DogUp Stand, you get it. Because I think that would have saved a little bit of something on that pet right there. So thanks for watching. I really want you to take care of your pets. I want you to know the behind the scenes of things, and I want you to do what you can do for your pet. Check out dogupstand.com. This is a great place for me to say, hey, this is something I really think you need, and be very serious about it. It isn't just helping the groomer in my hand. There's no rope around the dog's body. I don't know what this harness thing is called. Please share it to me. I want to see what this body harness is to hold the dog up on an arm. All the pressure of 100 pounds going down on some ropes or some pads, all high sprung. It's damaging. I would think it's damaging. All right. Thanks for watching Dee Dee Croy. Thanks for feeling my passion this morning. Go to www.dogupstand.com and order your DogUp Stand today. Thanks. Share this to your page, because groomers will see it if you have a pet. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.